Wow, what an amazing day. Welcome, everyone. My name is Kennedy Odede. I'm the founder and the CEO of Shining of Communities, SHOFCO, or a movement that improves the dignity, physical well-being, and opportunity of urban slum dwellers throughout the country. I grew up in Kibera, Africa's largest slum, and I knew in my community that if we come together, we can solve our own problems. So, I'm really so happy. I'm so excited to be here today with my community from Mathare. And I know everyone is watching around the world. Today, SHOFCO is impacting over 2.4 million slum dwellers across 17 slums in Kenya. SHOFCO is on frontline of the COVID-19 response in Kenya urban slums, delivering healthcare, wash, food relief, and economic stability at scale. I am so excited to be here today as the host of the World Communities Forum, joining you from the rooftop of SHOFCO's Health Clinic here in Mathare, Kenya. I want to thank you, all of you, for joining virtually, and I'm so excited to be joined by our community leaders who are here today. So, where did this idea of World Community Forum come from? After attending elite conferences focused on solving world problems, I had a vision for a new kind of space where those closest to the problems are recognized as being best positioned to solve their problem. The idea of World Communities Forum was to spark a localization revolution that lets marginalized communities drive change. My dream was to have this event with everyone together in person in one of Nairobi's urban slums, but we have to do this now because of COVID, which means we have to come together virtually. So why are we here today? The urgency to build a more humane and sustainable future has never been greater. The pandemic has accelerated historic levels of inequality and threatened social progress around the world. Communities discover better solutions and have the trust to deliver better results. This is a fact, and we have seen this during COVID. From Mathare, Kibera, to Mumbai, to Nepal, to Delaware, Brazil, and to London. Community-led solutions work. Why do they remain under-recognized and under-resourced? We have to change this. This is a huge problem. We must immediately shift this balance to ensure an equitable post-COVID recovery and get back on towards the 2030 Sustainable Development Goals, our future of our future. So I want to tell you 3 ways that World Communities Forum is different from other events. I know you are wondering, what's the different? What's unique about this? Number 1, grassroots leaders designed our program from the bottom up. We worked with local to design our program. For me, that's unique. That's working with leaders on the ground. The second one is the forum of its kind. This forum is of its kind. And it's the first of its kind to started globally, whereby global development event that flips the dynamics on the global elite. So I mean, the forum is a first of its kind global development event that flips the dynamics on the global elite. Most of the time, we don't invite those who are really solving the problem to be on the table. They don't get. So then how can we solve their problems? That's unique. The third one for me is we are amplifying the voices of local leaders on the front lines of marginalized, pairing our grassroots leaders with high-profile voices like Chelsea Clinton, Darren Walker, Cecile Richards, who are playing the role of active listeners to help our message be amplified. This has not been done before. And I'm so excited to share the amazing work of our world. As I've said before, grassroots leaders have played a vital role in all things World Communities Forum. But today and tomorrow, at one moment in time, we must continue the work and the momentum. So today we are publicly launching something important that we have been building for the past year, the Global Alliance for Communities. The Global Alliance for Communities is a coalition of 160 approximate leaders stretching across the globe, working on front lines of the world's most pressing challenges. These are people who are really doing the work on the ground. And we are still growing every day. The Global Alliance will drive targeted actions to end racial disparities in development and shift policy and funding towards a more that values community-based leaders who are often, honestly, are people of color. Our work is just the beginning and will be informed by the events of the next 2 days. I'm really excited. So today, the Global Alliance has a message for the world. This is the message. We call upon the IMF, World Bank, G7, G20, public sector funders, private philanthropists, civil society organizations, and local government networks to invest in localization revolution that is embedded into all global and national recovery strategies. During the program, you will see more of the policy ask we have crafted together. If you are a community-based leader, please consider an open invitation for you to join. Up next, our program will begin with a spotlight on the Global Alliance that we have built so far and the inspiring leaders involved. Then I will have a conversation with Ambassador Samantha Power, where she will lend us a powerful voice to the grassroots movement. And from there, we move to some of our big conversations and grassroots spotlights. And of course, some special visit from our live viewing stations where community solutions are being implemented. Today and tomorrow, you will see an Alliance founding member, Hamzat Lawal, from Connected Development at a live viewing station in Abuja, Nigeria. Then, at the end of both days, we are going to partner with some fantastic leaders to build collaborative workshops, and we want your voices be heard within. If you haven't already signed up, please, can you join via the chat at the end of the day? The World Communities Forum is an expression of community. Grassroots leaders on the front lines. Your work matters. Everyone else who is here today is an ally. As you watch the program, I ask you to think about how can you personally contribute to moving this agenda forward. Okay, enough from me now. Let's move on and let's get fun. I'll be back at the end of the program before we break up for our workshops to wrap up all we have heard today and ensure we hear from you all. Let's go.